Hey everybody, welcome to the Squeaky Wheel.
Squeak.
Something different every time comes out of your mouth.
I know.
Yeah, so today we're going to talk about, the trajectory, if you will, of the sport of adaptive CrossFit. Our personal hopes and dreams, and then also kind of how we think you guys can help in assisting in that trajectory.
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
that fair to say?
I think that's fair. I think our goal for the Adaptive CrossFit Games, for the sport of adaptive fitness in and of itself, is to make it, an actual sport.
Yeah, so I think one of the goals of adaptive CrossFit is to make it a profession.
And with what these athletes can do and their impact on the everyday person, I think that is actually possible.
And I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but right now I see a crossroads where previously, and in a lot of people's eyes, adaptive CrossFit is still kind of a sideshow. Still kind of like just an inspirational thing. But it does make people kind of uncomfortable at times.
Well, I think adaptive fitness and adaptive CrossFit right now is where the able-bodied CrossFit Games were in like 2008, 2009. It's really cool to watch. Everyone loves seeing it. It inspires people to do more. It inspires people to do better. It inspires people to try things they've never tried before. But we have to be able to show value and what value we can add to companies that want to get involved.
It's got to be worth their time.
We have to see this not only as a sport, not only as something that can inspire, like actually inspire, not just inspiration porn, but actually inspire people to do things. It's not just that. It also has to be a business.
Okay.
It's really hard for companies to want to get involved if there's no ROI for these companies. There has to be a return on their investment that is beneficial for their companies in order for this to grow.
Yeah.
We can't keep just expecting companies to be like, oh, these cripples are cool, let's throw money at them.
Yeah.
Like, we do have companies who are awesome and want to work with us because they see the value in what we're able to produce and the things these athletes are doing. But we have to continue that trajectory of increasing our ROI for these companies if we want the sport to grow. If we want, the prize purse to grow, the sponsorship to grow, the kits to get bigger, like all this to be a bigger and better thing, we have to be able to show companies that it's worth their time. And it can't be this selfish, like, well, I'm a good athlete,
I should get everything.
I should get these things. I'm owed these things.
Yeah.
Because,
I love that banner that Wild South has. Nobody owes you shit.
no one owes you shit. And it's so true. And it can't be a one-way street. It cannot be a one-sided relationship. If me as an athlete, like when I was an athlete, I had sponsors. But I had to show that what I did, what I produced, what I put out there brought people to their company, got people to buy things from their company.
Yeah, so for any business, a product must be sold in order to make money. So even in a service industry, you're still selling a product of some sort. So when we have an athlete who is a talented, strong, valuable asset to the CrossFit Games and really does a lot during that weekend, what product are they selling?
Yeah, well, they're the product. They are the product. And the value of an athlete is their word. People who want to be elite athletes, they want to be this paid athlete, but they'll just, I've seen so many, they'll just jump on any product and anything they're given and just promote the hell out of it. But those are the athletes I don't trust. I'm not buying what they're selling because next week they're going to be onto a different product. So I don't know if they're actually saying like, hey, this is a good product because it's a good product, or if they're saying, hey, this is a good product because they actually use it and they actually want to. Yeah, like, it's not just how many companies can you get to sponsor you. It's how many companies can I find that align with my values and make a product that I would be proud to tell people I take.
And there's been a couple of athletes who haven't found a company like that, so they made their own.
Yeah, and like you can absolutely do that, and that works. Like when I in my younger years, before I was old and fat, when I was competing and I had sponsors, I just wouldn't take any sponsor that came to the door. I have never in my life promoted a product that I was not and did not take and did not think was a good product. Like I turned down sponsorship money, I've turned down sponsorships, I've turned down like product because I'm like, hey, listen, I'm sure you're a nice person. This is not something I think is valuable for people to take or valuable for them to use, so I'm not going to promote it.
Right.
And my hopes in that, and what athletes need to understand, is that like, if you are the product, if people watching you think you do cool things and you're doing stuff that is thought to be impossible, which a lot of these adaptive athletes are, that is a selling point to people who are watching you. That is a hook in the mouth of that fish to be like, I want to be like them. I want to be able to do the things they do. And so you use that trust, that's how you got there and that's what you're doing to stay there, to help companies.
You become the salesperson.
You become the salesperson, but if you're just selling everything that gets thrown your way, no one's ever going to trust you.
Well, I think let's take a giant step back. A lot of these athletes don't have a ton of things coming their way.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we get from, okay, not having anybody willing to sponsor to getting to turn people down?
You have to go out and find sponsors. They're not just going to come to you. When I started doing this as an actual sport back in like 2010, 2011, I didn't just sit there and wait for companies to find me in hopes that they're going to see me doing some crazy lift on the internet and they're going to be like, oh, we need that dude. I would reach out to companies and be like, hey, here's what I can provide. Here's my engagement. Here's what people do. I'm a coach at a gym. People listen to me about what products to take. Like I went out and I found these people that aligned with my values.
You created your own deliverables.
I and that's another point of this, like know what you're worth and know what you are delivering to these people and then pitch it to these companies. I mean, that's how I picked up until, my injury video went viral. I had tons of sponsors before that.
Even after your video, when we were dating, one of my favorite sponsor that you had was a meat sponsor.
I had a meat sponsor.
And they shipped you 50 pounds of meat every month?
Yeah.
And
40, but yeah.
You allocated some sirloin steaks my way, and
every month.
let me just tell you right now, the fastest way to a girl's heart is through her stomach.
Well, and I got help finding that one. But at that point, I had other sponsors. I had other people who were looking to do things. But that was because I had put myself in front of so many people and shown that I had value to return on their investment. And so they connected us, but it was still a sales pitch on both sides. They had to sell me on their product. I had to sell them on me being worth their time.
Yeah.
And so it's I think a lot of times athletes sit back and they're like, well, I'm doing cool stuff. I'm a super great athlete. I've won the Adaptive CrossFit Games. I've podiumed on the Adaptive CrossFit Games. I have all these accolades to my name. Well, if you want revenue streams coming in outside of what you can win from the prize purse, it's just like any other job. You can't just sit there and expect the money to flow to you. You have to go out and find it.
Yeah. I think there's also a little bit of psychological discrepancy at work. And I see this when I brief the judges, because when you see an adaptive individual in the wilderness, your knee-jerk reaction is to help. When they are doing something difficult, anybody else, their knee-jerk reaction is to help, and that is because of projecting. They project, I could never do that, so let me assist because it must be hard. And I have to tell all my judges, you have to battle that human nature, because I need you to watch them fail and then wave your hands and call it a no rep. You know, I need you to not assist intentionally. Now, when spectators watch the Adaptive CrossFit Games or the adaptive divisions of another competition, one of, I think, two viewpoints happen. Either it is an inspiration and it gets people filled up, powered up, encouraged, or that projection happens when they think, wow, I could never do that, and it becomes a little bit of a pity.
Yeah, but I think in that is the selling point and the superpower that our adaptive athletes need to tap into.
Say more.
Look at all the athletes, maybe not the best athletes in the world, but look at the most sought after athletes across any sport. It may not be because they're the best. It's because they're doing something that other people aspire to. They're doing something that they're like, man, I thought that was impossible. I thought that mindset was impossible. I want to be like them. And that's what companies are looking for. They're not looking for a 200-pound one-arm clean and jerk. They're looking...
It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt, but they're looking to use you as a marketing tool to bring people to their product by saying, I want to be like them. I want to have the mindset like them. I want to have the mental fortitude that person does. What are they doing to get there?
So, just to reiterate, kind of expanding on that, in order to get over that second viewpoint of pity, you have to have a virtuosity that transcends what other people think, you know, is impossible. So a 200-pound single arm clean and jerk, you know, is great, but everybody out there isn't like, oh, I want to be able to do that. It's not about...
It's not the clean and jerk.
It's not the clean and jerk.
It's the mindset that led to the...
mindset.
It's the mindset that led to the clean and jerk.
Okay.
It's like the cool kids don't care that they're cool. You know, in high school, the cool kids never cared that they were cool. They were the cool kids. And so I like to liken it, and the way you can use this to your advantage as an adaptive athlete. Me and you have talked about this before. I don't notice people looking at me when I'm out in public. I never see it.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to it. It's none of my business. It's not my problem. You see it all the time. Like, you'll see people staring at me.
You're a giant ginger in a wheelchair.
I am a human scene. I understand that.
People look.
But there's power in that I don't care. Like when I'm getting into my car and people think it's hard, yeah, people watch me get in my car all the time. But the fact that I don't care that they're watching me and I can allow them without me seeming flustered or me seeming like I don't care to watch me get my wheelchair into my car by myself, that's a marketable mindset.
Powerful.
That's a powerful mindset, and I can get companies behind me because of that mindset. And what some athletes need to understand is like, yeah, people are going to stare at you. People are going to look at you. No matter what you do, if you're an adaptive athlete, missing limb, you walk funny, you're in a wheelchair, I don't care what it is, people are going to watch you. It's part of human nature. Use it. Let people look. Let people stare. Show them what they can do better, and then market that mindset to companies you want to work with.
And there's a way to do it without making them feel bad about themselves, but using it to inspire them, not because of, that projection. They couldn't do that, but a desirable characteristic that you have.
Man, I've talked to so many, and we'll just stick with the getting in the car example. I've talked to so many other people in wheelchairs. They're like, and then people come up to me and ask me if I want help, and how insulting is that? And I'm like, insulting to who? Why is that insulting? You just missed out on an opportunity to teach someone because you let them hit you in your feels because they think, it's not that they think that you're not capable, it's just the human nature of wanting to help. So instead of getting mad and shutting down or like being angry about it and making them feel bad, my response is like, no, man, I do this all the time, but I appreciate you wanting to walk over and help me. But I got this.
Do you have a few minutes to hear the good word of CrossFit?
Yeah. Well, I think people miss out on the power of that. Like, if someone comes up to me and is like I've had a 70-year-old woman, I am way more physically capable than she is, come up to me like, hey, sir, do you need help getting your wheelchair in your car? And I'm like, no, ma'am, I don't. I do this every day, multiple times a day. I got this covered, but I appreciate you wanting to help someone else.
Yeah.
Because then it's not now I'm offended because now this person got offended that I was trying to be helpful. Now it's man, that's really cool. I'm going to sit here and watch.
Yeah. It turns off that pity party.
Yeah.
And turns on that inspiration.
Yeah, and that's marketable to companies.
Yeah.
Companies want the athlete that are going to inspire people because the inspiring athletes are the ones that sell things. You know who does this really well?
Who?
Amy Bream.
Amy Bream does.
Amy Bream has shown that she is marketable, that she can add value to companies, and that she has the mindset that it's not going to make people go, oh, that poor girl, but have the mindset of like, dude, whatever she's doing, whatever she's taking, I want it because I want that mindset.
Well, and I think if you could conduct this study, which you can't, I think she could do the same thing with two legs.
She could. Because it's not about the disability.
She's made it so that it's not about the disability. She has made it so that it's, her character and her mindset. People want her mindset.
She is not a disabled fitness influencer. She is a fitness. Influencer that has a disability. And there's a difference there. And you have to wrap your head around that difference because you again, it goes back to it's a business. Like when businesses invest in WheelWOD, we have to show them what their ROI is going to be. If you're going to invest in the Adaptive CrossFit Games, what are you going to get out of it? What can we give you in return in order for it to be worth your time to work with us? And the best part about this is if we can get athletes starting to do this and we can continue to do it the way we do it at WheelWOD, this will grow the sport immensely.
Yeah, and we'll be able to offer more because instead of saying, hey, we're putting on a competition where you just get to see a lot of disabled athletes, we get to say, hey, this is a competition that you're going to see a lot of athletes who have disabilities.
Well, and I mean, this goes back to the community. How do we do this? How do we make these marketable athletes and get people to be inspired by them?
I was going to ask, what is step number one?
Involve your affiliates. Promote the living hell out of whatever CrossFit affiliate you're in.
Yeah.
This is, and this may get me some crap online.
Probably.
I think the able-bodied elites are hugely missing the boat on this.
How so?
Hugely. They don't promote affiliates anymore. They don't say they're at one. They don't wear the affiliate name on their jerseys. They don't put the affiliate name under their name on the live stream. They have no connection with an affiliate.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you have to train an affiliate to get to that level. What I'm saying is if you want to be a marketable athlete that can show an ROI to investors and companies, why would you not take the easiest route of getting an affiliate behind you? Take a look at any other sport. People here in Denver are absolutely bonkers, like just massive fans of the Broncos, of the Nuggets, and even of the Rockies. And the Rockies suck. But they're huge fans. Huge fans.
Yeah.
Why? because that team, those individuals, are representing their community.
It's where they're from.
It's where they're from. I grew up Cardinals and Blues fan. I've lived in Colorado for the last 17 years. I still consider myself a Cardinals and Blues fan. Why? Because they represent the community that I came from. Players come and go. People leave and they go. You know, so you're not just rooting for a team because of one individual. Most people don't. I guess some people could, but they don't. They root for their community. So if you want to make yourself a marketable athlete and build this brand as an athlete,
have a team behind you.
Have a team behind you, for God's sakes.
Have a whole freaking community wear your name on their shirt.
What are the 3 most recognizable names within CrossFit as like the able-bodieds? Mayhem?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Proven?
Invictus.
I mean, I remember it was the sea of green for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
You couldn't go to the CrossFit Games without having entire sections filled with green. How marketable is that to a company? Be like, listen, you know, back then it was like, I'm an Invictus athlete. Look at all these people who came to support me.
Yeah.
And listen to my advice and want to support me as an athlete.
And it's because they went to that gym.
It's because they're a part of that community. They promoted themselves as, I'm an Invictus athlete. We see it now with Mayhem. I'm a Mayhem athlete. Well, now, I mean, I don't know how many members they have, 300, 500, 600.
They're doing okay.
You know, let's say they have 300 members, which I know they have more. You have 300 people rooting for you, not because they necessarily know you as a person, but because you are part of their community. And this is where I think they miss out in the elite able bodies, is that like they sell T-shirts for CrossFit. You can buy a T-shirt with the athlete's name on it. And yeah, they sell a few, but imagine how many more they would sell if these able-bodied athletes,
if they went to my gym,
if they, like, I'm buying that T-shirt because I know that I've waved to that person from across the gym. They go to my gym. They're part of my community.
Yeah.
And so one thing I hope that adaptive athletes realize is the importance of their community and the importance of their affiliate community to step behind them. Like, how many athletes have we seen sell T-shirts to raise funds to make it to the games,
Almost
to pay for semifinals? All of them do. And they raise a butt ton of money selling just random ass T-shirts.
Yeah.
Because they're being supported by a community. And how much more could you market yourself if you're like, I'm part of this affiliate. This affiliate has X number of members. These members support me if I tell them that I like this and I like that. And this is a cool T-shirt. This T-shirt has my name on it.
And back to the psychology behind that, I think there is a quid pro quo that yes, you'll have a community behind you, but also it allows you to project that mindset of it's not just me. I'm hot shit. I'm an athlete. And companies aren't going to like flock to that. But if you have a mindset of I'm about the people, I'm about my people, then sponsors take to that. Other people take to that.
And then you get the opportunity to choose what you're promoting.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
I mean, like, even think about when we sold when you made it to the games in 2021, we sold T-shirts here at the gym.
We didn't sell them.
We sure as hell did.
We gave them away. The blue ones?
Yeah, we sold those.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
I literally didn't see them until I got to the games.
I know, because we sold them behind your back so you wouldn't know we were getting them.
Okay, well, that's not promoting the whole be part of the community thing.
Yeah, it is, because how we promoted it is like, hey, we want to support Shannon. She's part of our community, but we want her to be surprised by this.
I was surprised. It was pretty cool. It was a good T-shirt.
It was a great T-shirt.
You know, neuro major athlete, Dano, had a freaking cool semifinals T-shirt.
What was it? Fueled by coffee and rage? Or coffee and anger?
Coffee and anger, yeah.
Fueled by coffee and anger.
I thought it was good.
He's great. But he sold a ton of those T-shirts because he's part of a community.
Yeah.
He promotes himself as part of not just his affiliate community, but the greater CrossFit community.
Well, and companies see that and say like, okay, let's partner with this individual because now I know I'm not just getting this individual, I'm getting their entire community.
I'm getting into the door of this entire community. That is why I think someone like Rich Froning is way more marketable as within sponsorships and has done so well than almost any other athlete I've seen do it within CrossFit.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I am part of CrossFit.
And
I am part of the community. I want to do this stuff to build my community up.
Yeah.
And companies see that and they're like, dude, he has the entire CrossFit community rallying behind him because they see him as one of us.
He's made a mecca.
He's made a mecca from it. He's made a mecca from promoting affiliates and promoting the CrossFit community as a whole.
Yeah. It's not about the games, because the games for us are 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days and then you're done.
What are you doing outside of that?
What are you doing the months leading up to it, the months after it? You have to not just market yourself, but you have to be part of a community that is beneficial to companies to invest in.
Yeah. And, you know, I think if you can do those things as an athlete, you know what your ROI is, know what your worth is, know what you're providing to these companies.
Yeah.
You know, really know your values and stick to those values when you're talking to sponsors. And like, don't limit yourself. Don't sign a contract that's like, we'll give you t-shirts if you promote our company. That's not a back and forth. That's a one-sided relationship. They get everything, you get nothing.
Yeah, you can go to Goodwill and get a t-shirt for $2.
Yeah. And so like know what you're asking for, know what you're giving these athletes.
Well, and read the fine print, because exclusivity is good in some situations and then detrimental in others.
Yeah,
and
I mean, I've turned down quite a few sponsorships because they're like, you can't touch other products. I'm like, well, that's not who I am. I'm going to take these other products and I'm not going to lie to people about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so if you can, know what you're providing to companies, know your values and worth, and then make yourself integral to the community that you're trying to inspire and promote yourself in. If you do those three things, you can make yourself. We've seen adaptive athletes make themselves very successful in the space.
A professional adaptive athlete.
And those are the ones I call professional adaptive athlete.
That's great. I really like that. We have a couple more episodes that are going to come up talking about the mindset of the adaptive athlete, and then a couple more cool little nuggets that we're going to drop about the games that are coming up. So
my hope in this episode is that we reach some of the new athletes, we reach some of the older athletes who are trying to make this a thing, and they can figure out how to make this a part of how they make a living.
Yeah.
And while we're doing our best to grow the sport, the athletes have to help us. We have to have help from these athletes.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for joining us.
See you guys next time. And
say all that again, but like calm it down. It's all homeless Manny. People are gonna throw change in your coffee cup.
is that better?
No,
I don't have any oil with me.
sorry. Not bad. It's just
A little unruly.
a lot. Yeah, it's like. Ew.